Hi guys, it's your girl Age, and I'm here to discuss episode 4 of Love in the Air. This one is called Come For Me With Your Heart. So, this episode starts out with Cypher and Payu talking, and Payu tells Cypher to get someone to get Rain some food, and in return, Cypher says, Pakin, that's the leader of the illegal race, said to bring Rain along to the race if he's a naughty boy. I just think that's funny because, it's all about bad boys in the club and whatnot. I love how everyone is so supportive of Payu. We know that his friends and consultants and workers, we can tell that he's real nice to them. In the next scene, he's somewhat like giving me father a little bit, but not really. So it's funny to me because Rain, how he's like, I don't know how I feel about Payu. He wants a kiss. He really wants a kiss. But in this scene, Payu gets like so serious. Rain is poking out his lips in anticipation of the kiss, but Payu is like, don't come here anymore. And when I tell y'all, Rain is falling hard for Payu at this point. Like, he is so shocked, and he doesn't really believe Payu when he says, like, don't come here. And y'all know that feeling when you're having, like, a real good day. You feel like everything is just happy and blissful. Then all of a sudden, your heart just drops. Something happens to make your heart drop. This is that moment for Rain. In this instance, this shows Payu's responsibility and his care for Rain. To want him to be a better person and to want him to be like more responsible. And I like how he tells him, before you design a house, you need to design your life. That is a word, okay? And then what adds like a little cherry on top is like when Payu says, I don't want an impulsive relationship. That's a word too. But at the same time, like when I tell you, I could feel Rain's pain in this moment. When Rain begs, like, if I prove myself to you, can I come back? That's desperation. Y'all, he is so heartbroken. So in the next scene, we see Rain enter the classroom, and you have Som, you have Plee, and you have Sky in there. And Rain is sulking the whole time because obviously, his little heart is broken. He can't go by Payu anymore. So Som tries to cheer Rain up, and he even offers to treat him to a meal. That doesn't work. Rain's like, he doesn't want to go get food. And then Plee tries, but if you catch Sky, he is like coaching Plee, telling her, you try to go cheer him up. Sky is such a good friend. Did I mention that before? He is. So when she asked him, hey, he's offering us to go get some food. Why don't you go? Rain rejects his own crush. He does not want to go with Plee or Som to go get any food. So when both of the siblings leave, Sky calls Rain out on it. He's like, you don't like Plee anymore, do you? Side conversation. You see how Rain's crush on Plee vanished? I don't know if Plee knew Rain had a crush on her, but if someone has a crush on you and you're remotely interested in that person, just know that if you take too long to reciprocate, then the opportunity will most likely pass. Your suitor will likely move on. Anyway, back to Sky. He is such an observant friend, and I think we all deserve a friend like him. He even knows Rain likes Payu before Rain does. And oh my gosh, and I'll tell y'all, Pete is so damn handsome. Oh my god. Anyway, Sky knows that Rain wasn't mad because of the project. He's mostly worried and concerned because he doesn't want to disappoint Payu. And when Sky asked him, like, do you like him? Rain is like, he doesn't know if he likes Payu, but it's obvious that he does. So Sky told him, ask your heart. And then he kind of like flinches away because he's like, oh, I never talked to you about something like this before. So Rain gets down to business. He starts to focus more on his work and everything. And then now we see Plee is noticing that Rain isn't really paying attention to her anymore. Like, she's looking at him in class. She's offering him a sharpener. And he doesn't even notice these things. Both Rain and Payu are just basically pining for each other. They keep checking their phones. And, seeing the other person said anything to each other. Then Payu gets some horrible advice from one of his coworkers. Anyway, we're just going to skip that section of the show. So Rain and Sky are sitting outside, and Rain finally admits that he doesn't really know if he likes Payu or not, but he knows something is there and he doesn't want to like give it up. And Rain and Sky have a sweet moment when Sky tells Rain that when he tells Rain he is annoying, he is never really annoyed. And it's reminiscent of when Payu told Rain, like, when I call you stupid, that means cute. But Sky tells him that, and he's like, you're pretty persistent, and Sky likes friends like that. So he's actually giving Rain a compliment here, and I just think it's so adorable, the relationship. We all have to admit that while Rain is hard-headed, he is very persistent. So Rain and Sky concoct another plan where Rain is going to go to Payu's shop to show him that he's doing his work and that he's trying to improve, even though Payu already said, like, don't come there. So in the next scene, Rain is seen going to Payu's shop, and when he goes in, the staff tells him that Payu has banned him from coming inside. So you know what Rain does? He asks for a chair and he does his work outside. And you know what? I'm actually proud of him in this scene. He used his brain a little bit, and technically he's not really inside the shop, but he kind of is, but like not really. He's in Payu's line of vision. So Payu said that, Rain, you're blocking my sight. Do his schoolwork somewhere else. But you all know how Rain is very persistent, if not anything else. So Payu ends up letting him stay, because Rain was like, I'm not going to take up any space. I only need this much space. And he puts his little feet up on a chair. And so after Payu walks away, that's when Cypher comes, and he told Rain that he could go inside. Even Ion had to acknowledge that Payu was being mean. So the next scene, we see Cypher and Payu. And Cypher's telling Payu, you can't be too hard on a boy or he'll run away like the rest of your people who you were trying to, I guess, pursue. But Payu said that he knew from the jump that Rain would not disappoint him. Then Cypher's like, congratulations for finding a determined boy who you think can please you. At the same time, I don't even know if he really believes that Rain would meet his demanding twins' standards. Then Cypher was like, who's the one who's really head over heels? Like, his siblings, no siblings. He knows that his brother is actually very much so in love with Rain, and I think it's adorable. So what do we learn as the audience here is that Payu has a history of running lovers away. So skip a few scenes, and then we see Play X Rain if he will want to go to lunch with her. And you kind of see Rain is like kind of hesitant to do it, so put a pin in that. So Rain goes to Payu's house and passes out on Payu's couch while Payu is working on a project. Then suddenly Payu turns around and he sees Rain sleeping with his hands above his head and his little belly is showing. And I don't know, I guess that's like a sexy thing to Payu. So Payu starts creeping and touching and whatnot. And then he's like, are you trying to seduce me, Rain? Are you pretending to be asleep? So Payu puts his hand under Rain's stomach, and all of a sudden he slaps the heck out of Rain's stomach and wakes Rain up. Rain is like, you pervert. And Payu is like, aren't you supposed to be sleeping? How do you know what I was doing if you were supposed to be sleeping? Anyway, it's a crazy moment. And then all of a sudden, Payu and Rain are about to kiss. Then boom! Cypher enters the room. And he's like, oops, look like I interrupted a moment. Yeah, no kidding. Then Cypher is like, 3, 2, 1, continue. Then, Rain and Payu get back in the mood briefly. And all of a sudden, here comes Cypher again through the doors. Oh, someone called you. I told them that you would call them right back. Anyway, don't forget to lock the door. Cypher clearly killed the mood. But then Payu sweetly tells Rain that he thinks he did a good job. And that makes Rain smile. And actually, Payu was finishing up Rain's project. At least I think. So Rain shows up to the office, and Cypher said that he wanted to take Rain somewhere special. He takes Rain to the rain track where Payu tests out the bikes that he usually works on for the races. I love how Cypher is another person who big ups Payu's work ethic. He's upping his big brother and saying, he won't even quit his day job as an architect no matter how much he is tired. He's still going to do his job as a motorcycle mechanic. Then Payu sees them and he comes over to meet them. He asks Rain if he's finished his work. Then Saifa was like, just show the boy that you're happy for him. You know, Payu always trying to be serious and stuff like that. Then Payu switched it up on Saifa and like, did you finish your work? Saifa was like, no, I want to teach Rain how to ride a motorcycle. Wow, Saifa. Of course, we know this made Payu jealous here. And his brother called him a possessive dog. And Saifa knew that would make his brother jealous. So after Saifa left, Payu decided that he would speed up his work and he asked Rain to wait for him. And then he and Rain could go get some food. And then this is another scene where they kiss. Payu was like, I'll have someone prepare the bed for you so you can go take a nap while I work. That's so romantic. So Rain has to present his house to his teachers, and you can see that he is nervous when he's in front of them. But then a flashback of the note that Payu gave him, that he's stuck on a project, he remembers that, and it gives him the confidence to present in front of his teachers. And of course, he does great. His teachers praise him, and they were like, you know, Rain, I think you're finally starting to get it. So Rain is so excited, and then he decides that he wants to go stand in the pouring rain outside of Payu's house. He is getting soaked. And then Payu drove up in his car like, are you crazy? Are you trying to make yourself sick? But Rain is like, look, I'm so happy. I proved to you that I can do it. My teachers praised me. And I wanted you to be the first person that I told, Payu. And then he asks, you know, did I do it? Can I stand by your side now? Yo, oh my gosh. Then Payu snatches him up outside the rain and go inside the house. Then we get to the infamous bathtub scene. Yo, when I tell y'all, this scene is so romantic. They have like the rain outside just pouring against the window. A big, large, nice window to the nice bathtub. And to be honest, I'm not sure what I can put in this YouTube video. So I kind of cut out to this scene right here that you see, because the other scenes here seem a little bit racy. Payu was like, you naughty boy, you always seem to stir up my heart. Then Rain was like, Payu, I thought you said you were taking a bath. And then Payu was like, well, we're taking a bath now. Rain, if Payu said that he was taking a bath, how in the world did you get in the bathtub with him? Payu was like, well, I got wet too. And then Rain was like, well, you can get out now. And Payu was like, well, I have to stay now because if not, then I'm going to get sick too, because I got wet also. Rain was like, well, go to another room and wash up. And Payu was like, nah, I'll wash you, baby. I cannot. This is so cute. Then Payu starts apologizing for random shit. When I tell y'all, Rain is getting the treatment, oh my gosh, I'm jealous. Hey, Andy, can you bathe me? Andy's my boyfriend, guys. So Rain and Payu continue to kiss in the bathtub, and then it is the sex scene. And actually, I don't think I'm going to put any of the screenshots from this scene in here, you know, because I don't want to get my video taken down. Well, maybe I'll put a decent shot in. Anywho, Rain is laying in a bed, and he's like, look, I just came here to tell you that my professor praised me. I didn't come here for this. And Payu is like, but, please don't stop me. And so he doesn't. So guys, I encourage you all to go watch this scene. And yes, I encourage, you know, naughty things, but you will not regret it. Y'all, it is so sweet. It's super sexy, and the guys look fantastic in the scene. You will not be disappointed. All I'll tell you is that Rain's foot was on Payu's back. That's all I'll give you. And is Rainy Poo a virgin? So guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I can finally say that Rain belongs to Payu now. Y'all have a good night and or day. Bye-bye.